Hey there YouTube, this is my tutorial on how I'm turning Ron from Gryffindor to Slytherin. Right now, simple paste the picture. If you want the same picture that I got, I'm going to link it down below so you can check it out. What I'm doing right now is duplicating the layer as well. What I'm about to do is turn into a black and white picture. This method I learned from a YouTuber called Outface. I'm going to link it in the video so you can check out the tutorial, which goes into depth. This is the way I like it personally. I feel it doesn't affect the quality of the picture as if you were doing a grayscale. So right now what I'm doing is I'm gonna start painting the greens. What I did forget, and you can see me googling, it's the way the colors are placed in it. So when it comes to Gryffindor, you have your maroon thick lines and you have your yellow thin lines. In Slytherin, your thick lines are gonna be your green ones and your thin ones are gonna be silver lines. So that's what I'm referencing. So what I ended up discovering while I was making this tutorial is that you're not going to get that perfect shade of green when it comes to the Slytherin robes. So what I ended up doing is getting as close to the color as I can, and then later on we're going to fix it with a little bit more photoshopping. What I did right now, which is a funny thing, is that I didn't know exactly where was the burgundy or where it started and when it ended. So what I ended up doing is going back to the original picture, but on the color layer, and just coloring the green where the burgundy is, and then going with an eraser and fixing my mistakes. So what you're about to see me doing is going back and forth between the layers just to check how it looks and the perspective. What I'm also about to do is start playing with the little thin lines which are going to be your silver, and like I mentioned, because whenever you're coloring black, whites, and silvers or grays in the matter, it's kind of hard to get them. But what I ended up doing is getting a new layer, putting a gray, like a really dark gray, putting in color, and at the same time after I was done making the little details, go back, duplicate it, and put it in colored Dutch. That's the way that I found it to be at least showing on the picture without being like a grayscale black and white. So after this, what I did notice that I wanted to keep the hair, the face, and the hand and the wand as the original picture, because at the end of it, we're only changing the robes itself. So as you can see me, I'm going back to my black and white picture and erasing all those features just so it can stay original and true to the actual picture. It was also at this point that I noticed his robes were kind of worn down, but like I say, if we're changing it from Gryffindor to Slytherin, it will make sense that he will get new brand robes because all his family has been in Gryffindor. So I did try to make the robes a little bit darker, so because darker was newer. And you can see me going back forward, checking to make sure it looks look good. Also because the original picture had colors of Gryffindor, I decided to throw in some colors of Slytherin just to change the picture a little bit. What I'm also going to do is add a border with Slytherin colors. Simple. Yeah. It was at this point that I wanted to do a before and after picture. So what I ended up going back into our picture is getting the image sizes and making a new file with twice the width and keeping the height the same. And also I went back to get the original picture, but I noticed that the original picture did not have a border like the after picture. So I ended up grabbing the picture, putting a border with Gryffindor borders, and then putting it back on the new file that's going to have the before and after. And what was left for me to do is put the Ronald Weasley or Ron Weasley. But because I didn't have a good enough font, I ended up going with the traditional Harry Potter font. And if you want the Harry Potter font, I'm gonna leave a link down below so you can get it for free. And that's pretty much it. My tutorial is turning Ron Weasley from Gryffindor to Slytherin. I hope you have fun watching it, or it was entertaining. So please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in another video. Bye.